I think it's going to be the Illini. You think it's going to be Baylor Karrito?
No,
and we're going to load right in. We're going to find out.
For map 1, I think Baylor's going to pull it off.
Okay, we're going to find out. 2 go down already. So prediction not looking so hot as we have XCMIC taking on the Camo and Cosmic. That's Cosmic? Is it not Cosmic?
Comic?
Comic. Might be Comic.
I think we could go with Comic.
Yeah, I like Comic. All right, Comic. He has the camo. He's looking to do great things.
So we have a big hold here for the side of the Illini with, 2 dead on the side of Baylor with ball control in A. Very strong start with Comic getting another perfect pick on a Dominator 4-2-7. And, my prediction is not looking great so far, but I have hope that Baylor can bounce back.
You got to have a little bit more faith in the Baylor Bears than that. You got to be like, you know what? Like, it's just the opening rounds of the game. Baylor just hasn't quite woken up just yet, right? They are a bear after all. They're just waking up from hibernation. But Paper Bag delivering an elbow to the back of Dominator, going to take him down. And Satan's Sword is going to meet his demise as well as Zafrael says, here you go, a dose of lead poisoning to the cranium, taking him down. But 30 seconds and counting for the Fighting Illini means that they are going to get off to an early lead as Baylor are going to continue to try and break through this defense.
I would also like to point out how top tier of a name Paper Bag is. Like, that is
the Paper Bag, by the way.
The Paper Bag. I'm sorry. Are we gonna have to trademark the V like we're allowed?
He's very formal, all right. You got to give him the respect he's due.
You're right. I'm giving him his flowers. He's got an elite name. And Zap coming with a big pick on Fenrir here, a 2-piece for the side of the Fighting Illini. Looks like they're gonna hit the halfway mark here early in this first round of oddball.
Yeah, Baylor just unfortunately haven't been able to crack open the defense of the Fighting Illini, and Illinois is sitting very, very pretty actually right now as they look to move the ball towards Hydro, just in case they have to play the ball. But the Paper Bag, taking a couple of shots from Satan's Sword, is going to be backed off and forced back towards batteries. But once again, Zafrael and Gwen are going to Guzni, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to learn these names in real time with everybody else, but Camo is coming up right now, and it looks like the Illini are going to grab it as Gunzi is going to scoop that up and plant it into his chest, but he gets taken down.
Yeah, and it's a slow start for the side of Baylor with a combined of 4 kills from the team so far. Or no, I am wrong. 5 kills. I cannot do math. But Zap is coming off strong, starting off 11-0. Do you think we will see a running riot here, Rev?
We could potentially. Zafrael is 11-0 right now, but J-Paw gonna distract him enough for Satan's Sword to ruin that hope and dream. So great caster curse by there, Burrito. Very proud of you. Very well done. 10 out of 10 jinxing. Yes, Zafrael will meet his demise, and the ball does end up getting played as well. So we are in a reset type of situation, but 4 go down for the Bears, and already the Fighting Illini moving the ball into gold.
I mean, I'm 2 for 2 tonight of caster cursing. I caster cursed USF. I just caster cursed Zap. So, I mean, what do I got to do to get a Baylor map 1 win here? I'm not too sure.
I mean, you just got to keep caster cursing the Fighting Illini, but you're going to have your work cut out for you because the Illini just took round number 1. So here in round number 2, you're just going to have to keep doing your best to curse as many of the members of the Fighting Illini as you can.
I'm literally going to have no idea how to do so. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Fighting Illini take the first round 100 to, I believe, 0. So a big, strong
1. They got 1 second.
They got 1? They got 1?
They got 1 second.
Gotta respect the 1 second. And Comic, or was that Comic or was that Gunzi? I'm not too sure, but with a big pick on the guy top gold. And, another big showing here from the Fighting Illini with the picks. And we have a nice hold here in bats, which is the interesting one. One day we typically don't see holding the ball bat ledge is an interesting way to go for it. Just looks like they're just waiting to get the picks, with Fenrir being the last one up in the area. Does get picked by Zap, and it looks like Zap is charging the other one. Running at him.
Zafrael already is 15 kills And he is
He is
just a
like-
kill leader. Yeah, he's just taking everybody down. He's like the Grim Reaper flying across the map as well, shooting at air behind him as well, just to put the fear of God in whichever Baylor Bear is going to try and make that push into gold steps. But we do have Dominator getting taken down, and once again, already at another killing spree. Can he make it to a killing frenzy this time around? We'll see.
I mean, with the way he's shooting right now, he is feeling himself right now. He is on a roll, and he knows it. So I do expect to see him commit to a heat check here soon to see how exactly he is feeling. But not looking like he might need to, with Goomsy coming off with the two-piece here, and Paper Bag trying to hold on to the ball here, trying to run away from the Baylor spawn. And it's looking like they're going to play for the slays here and then grab ball time, which they do with Zap picking up another perfect kill. I'm going to need our stats guy in the back to kind of see how many perfects we have throughout the map again, because it looks like the Fighting Illini had a great warm-up and are shooting straight, and it's looking like fighting for the two-piece out of Zap, and he does get it, and he does get the killing frenzy. All right, I'm going to cast a curse again. Is he going to reach a killing frenzy, or not killing frenzy, a running riot?
We're going to see. I don't know if anybody else in the College Halo 2026 season has gotten a running riot. He does get the kill on J-Pog as well. Dominator going to be next on the docket as well. But if he does end up getting a running riot, could that be the first one? Because I don't think Naz, the College Halo favorite, has gotten a running riot. But Zafrael definitely trying to become the kill leader, at least for week 7.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a quickly question once they get their ducks in a row for this week. So we'll stay tuned for that. But, I kind of respect this out of Zap, even though with him, shooting straight and feeling good about, the shot right now, he's picking up the ball time, playing the OBJ. He's leading his team with OBJ and Slay, so he's kind of doing it all right now. So that's just very typical out of him.
Very well done by Zafrael as well. So we're going to give him as many flowers as we can. But here comes the attack from Baylor, already meeting the stone wall of the Fighting Illini and trying to break through. Dominator manages to get behind a couple of the Fighting Illini, and now we have J-Pog as well. But it's not going to matter because they've already reached the score limits, and quite literally 200 to 0 will be your final score, or sorry, not 0-1. We just couldn't move away from Zafrael's POV, but we are finally getting this game number 2 started. And this time around, we're going to start on Satan's Sword as the Baylor Bears all immediately flood over towards Snipe.
Yeah, and I mean, when someone is hot, you kind of got to stick with their POV. I mean, I feel like that's the right thing to do, and I think Kish does a good job with it. So if someone has the hot hit, you kind of got to stick with it. And Zap is picking up exactly where he left off with a 2-piece to start out. But it looks like Dominator's going to pick up Snipe. He's going to run towards them, gets the trade.
Whoa!
Not the trade, but does get the I can't say that word, but does get the minus point for what just happened with the rocket. So does work out for them.
The self-destruct by the rocket, yeah, forcing that one. Yeah.
Yep. So, but it looks like Fighting Illini has running a 3-1 split here with one person leaning towards rocket, 3 on Snipe side. Kind of we have fell off the map. Comic just fell off the map.
Good catch, Kish. Well done. So glad that we got to see Comics slide off the map. It happens from time to time, all right? You can't hit the parts of the map that you would want to, and sometimes you just, you overslide and you find yourself in the death screen. But that will be another kill that gets taken away from the Fighting Illini, who are trying their best. But we had the Paper Bag with both power weapons, 1 rocket and 5 S7 shots. He takes down Satan's Sword with 1, bringing the grand total down to 4, but he still has plenty of powerful weapons to play with, and he sees Dominator, he sees Fenrir. The rocket goes out, it connects, but doesn't take anybody down. Now armed with only a sniper rifle, is going to instead use the butt of the weapon itself to finish off Dominator, now switching over to a carbine.
Yeah, personally, I'm not a fan of having one player with both power weapons. I feel like that kind of hinders your ability to take space on the map. But it kind of works out for the Paper Bag with getting the damage with the rocket and cleaning it up with the melee, and still living with the snipe. So you still have a couple snipe bullets here to work with if you are the Fighting Illini. So definitely seems to work out in their favor. They kind of got away with it. And the map pressure from the Fighting Illini is quite apparent with them just flipping the spawns back and forth between blue and red, kind of keeping Baylor in this blender here. So let's see if they can keep that up, and if they do, you know, we're looking at eating a steak dinner here tonight.
21-4. This is looking a lot like a 2017 Halo 5 Slayer match. If you know, you know, as we definitely saw a few of those Slayers get ended in pretty much a similar fashion. But yeah, Baylor is unfortunately are unsuccessful no matter where they decide to push out at any point on this map. It's just the Fighting Illini continuously pushing across their 50-yard line into the territory of Baylor. No fear. As you see, Zafrael just continues to re-peak as soon as his shields start to come back, and already taking out one. There's two as the paper bag gets 2 kills. 3 go down, and it's all 4 dead for the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, and if you're on the side of Fighting Illini, you just use both rockets and you got 2 kills and you have a fresh snipe with all 4 dead. You're in the position you exactly want to be with all 4 Baylor Bears coming back up and getting stuck in their spawn. 2 dead again for the side of Baylor. Looks like they're going to collapse here on cave, which they do. Both one shot, they clear them out just like that and flip them instantly. So, like I said before, you know, this is looking like a runaway. Just flipping them back and forth between the spawns, not giving them any room to breathe. And unfortunately, it does look like we're on a double donut watch for this Slayer, unfortunately, from Satan's Sword and JP Dog. I'm hoping that they get one. You know, I hate when players end with a donut just because I know it's not ideal for them and it's not a good reflection of their practice. So hoping that they get one. You know, we'll see. JP Dog gets one. So Satan's Sword's up next. There we go.
Hey!
Oh my god. This
well done. Well done, Karrito. Good caster curse there.
There you go. I'm
proud of you.
I'm looking out for you too. I'm looking out for you too. But on the side of Fighting Illini, Zap and Goomsy are kind of like leading the way for Slays. 13 and 16 from the both of them, kind of just having the way this map. And Zap just seems like he can do no wrong this series. I mean, he just gets the no scope, almost gets the trade, but Goonsy has his trade immediately. This is a very good showing from the side of Fighting Illini, taking a 29 kill lead.
Big statement game for the Fighting Illini on this Slayer. Already 1 kill away from the 40 kill mark, and they will be 10 away from finishing off this game. Baylor just haven't been able to find us very many answers, as I think one of the main things that I see Baylor doing is just clumping up a little bit too much, giving so much map position, map control, and angles to the Fighting Illini. And as we see Gwenzy getting a triple kill, taking out Fenrir once again, we see Paper Bag with the rockets, and it's just complete and total control from the Fighting Illini. And look at all of Baylor just hanging out over by back red base, and it's just going to be another series of unfortunate events as one member is going to go down. The Paper Bag going to get himself an overkill extermination, as Shaki is going to also utilize the mouse to spin things around. And well, 3 more kills, and that will be game number 2 in the Illini's favor. But well done by Paper Bag getting himself an overkill.
Yeah, it looks like Quigley's going to have their clip for their next show with his little celebration at the end. Kind of love that part of it. And we do have a large steak dinner coming in this
big old steak dinner.
And I hope that Baylor wins, because then my prediction will be right.
Let me just get some clarification from Kish, or perhaps maybe one of the Quigley members can clarify for me in the chat as well. But I'm just trying to remember if Baylor was originally a Call of Duty focused team, now dipping their toes in the Halo community and the Halo ecosystem. So I'm sure I'll get some verification on that one, because I know at least 1, perhaps maybe even 2 of the teams in college Halo came from Call of Duty. So okay, Kish says that Baylor might not be one of them, but we'll see. We're going to get some clarification, because we do have from time to time some Call of Duty players that make their way to, and dip their toes into Halo. Formal, you know, was a Halo player when Call of Duty came back to Halo, now went back to Call of Duty, I believe. So, you know, we've seen it from time to time. But as we see Fenrir trying to lead his team to the first victory of the series, so far things have slowed down, and at least the Fighting Illini have not completely taken over the game just yet.
Right, and it seems pretty evenly matched at the moment, with Baylor kind of getting the slays and kind of getting that first read, that long haul with that overshield. So seeing the power-ups come and play here is a good sign for the side of Baylor, but you kind of have to play the map out without the power-ups as well. So we got to see what they're going to do here without those power-ups on the map, but it seems like they're able to kind of, you know, fend off the Illini here and keep control of their base. But two big nades out of the side of Gwynzy and Comic. Looking like we might get a pull here for the side of Baylor. Big fight here in the flag area. Gwynzy does get that win. Looks like going to automatically fight another one. Gets a huge win on the Satan's Sword. And this is going to look like it might be a cap for the side of the Fighting Illini because there's no one on the Baylor OE.
We do see Fenrir making the move to try and cross their bottom sword, and we see 3 more members of Baylor trying to make their way down there as well, but it's just a little bit too late, just like you said, Karrito, and it will be the Fighting Illini who are going to take the first flag capture of the game. And we look to see if Baylor are able to make this counter flag capture anything at all. And we do have the power up. The power-ups are respawning 5 more seconds before we get a new set of rockets and a new overshield. And J-Pog, unfortunately, going to get taken down by Gwynzy, but Gwynzy manages to pop it before Fenrir can take him down, and that's one of the 2 power weapons. And we do see that there's going to be another fight for these rockets, but Gwynzy with the overshield going to grab it and utilize it, just playing very, very patiently before he makes this push out of tunnel and gets himself 2 kills.
Yeah, gets the kill. Still has a little bit of overshield left. Looks like we might get another pull here from the side of the Fighting Illini. They're kind of messing with spawns here, so it's going to make a pretty difficult flag cap, but Zap is able to get the pick on Satan's Sword, able to pick up their snipe too.
Oh, man.
This is going to be a rough one for the Baylor Bears if they cannot pick Zap from their base with this snipe. And oh my, I don't think Zap can miss right now. I mean,
Zap with the S7, nobody picked it up, nobody grabbed it. He's looking across the other side of the map as well and sees that their own snipe hasn't even been picked up at their bottom tower as well. But we do get the respawners from the Baylor Bears. Fenrir tries to make a play for this sniper rifle, tries to use the repulse to get himself out, but Comic going to finish him off as well. But meanwhile, as this entire sequence was happening, the Fighting Illini have already gotten their 2nd flag capture of the game, and Baylor goes 3 dead for a moment once again.
Yeah, and the Illini are just keeping pressure on the Baylor Bears right here, with already being their side green and just putting pressure on the fresh spawners in Long and Tower. So this is going to be a tough spot for the Baylor Bears to get out of it, but they are trading through, winning the team fight at the moment, getting traded out still. So it's a 2v2 here in the Baylor base. So we're going to see how these 2 play it out. We got Gwynzy chowing that back tower, or the back flag person. Gets picked. So it looks like Baylor Bears does survive another push here, but are they going to survive the next one is the big question.
And Sword trying to do some damage onto Zafrael is going to find himself unsuccessful and sent to the respawn screen for the next 10 seconds. And Zafrael already up double digits in this game, definitely being a very difficult player to remove, as we do have the rest of the Fighting Illini already thinking about grabbing this flag and making a move, as Fenrir, the kill leader for the Baylor Bears, does get taken down. Dominator trying to move the flag to distract the rest of the team. Not going to find very much success, as none of his team is there to contest a return. And this could be the final flag cap of the game, as Zafrael going to take his time doing so. And we'll get that cap, and that will be game, set, and match, as the Fighting Illini, they go up 3-0 in the series. And the Baylor Bears find themselves winless in this game.